and we are broadcasting live from Freedom Fest here in the lovely Las Vegas, Nevada, and the Planet Hollywood Casino Resort. And I have young real estate phenom Wyatt McKee sitting here with me.
Phenom. Oh, thank you for
You
having
like
me
that?
there. Phenom. Yeah, it's never called real estate phenom.
Well,
That's
you
good.
need a new moniker.
I do. That's,
That young kid in real estate isn't working, is it?
yeah. At some point I'll be not young. So
Right.
I'll
And then
be
you
a pro-
can
I'm
call
a
it
prodigy
something else.
for now.
There you go. Prodigy?
Yeah.
I like phenom. I don't know. I guess prodigy. It's a P word. We're okay.
Yeah.
So tell us what made you a real estate prodigy. First off, are you finally legal enough to authorize
Yeah.
documents?
I just turned 18, so I've been doing this since I was 15, kind of like really fascinated with entrepreneurship and figuring out like why. Like I didn't like the poor man's mindset. When we go back to Kawasaki, I really like read that and was kind of like, what the heck? Like there's another life, like there's another whole life that you could live. And I didn't. My parents. I mean, I taught all this stuff to myself. My parents, you know, I love them, and they just don't have the mindset. Like they need security and things like that, which I totally. Like,
and they're
it's
probably
okay.
from a different generation where that was valued probably by their parents.
Yeah, so it's just all, yeah. So when I was 15, I read a bunch of books and had a lot of limiting beliefs. So I was like, oh, I don't have enough money. I don't know enough. I'm too young to do this. I was like looking at houses and like, I was like this is absurd. Like, how could you do this at such a young age? So I really grasped and dig deep and just broke all those limiting beliefs. And I think that's what was holding me back. So I used leverage with other people's money. Like I found a hard money lender, kind of just going to connections and networking, and I found a hard money lender. So I would find houses and use leverage and then wholesale them. So I started like that with no money. So that's how I do that.
So how does a man, and I am in the hard money lending business.
Yeah.
So how does a man respond to a 15-year-old approaching him for a hard money loan? I mean, did people take you seriously, or was it a big
Yeah,
challenge?
well, I started probably doing the hard money loan when I was 17, and he was just really fascinated with me. I don't usually even tell people my age most of the time, so when I'm doing business, I just don't even say my age. But he was like, "How old are you? You kind of look kind of young," and I didn't have experience. So I was like, "Well, I just turned 17." He's like, "What the heck?" So he was really fascinated with me personally.
Like, can I get your mom and dad over here?
Yeah. So he was really fascinated with me personally. I think the hard money lenders might look at the house, but they look at the drive. So like you think about investing in someone, you don't necessarily invest in like the product. The product is a huge part of it, but you also invest in the why. Like, why are they doing this? Like, who are they? What business are they in? And things like that. So I think he mostly invested in me. So.
I would agree with that because, as a hard money lender, you look at the money. So you already know that you've got a greater than average return. That's why you do hard money loans. But people borrow for a variety of reasons. One, maybe it's just a streamlined process. They don't have time. They may have the credit and the capacity to be able to take and get a great, prime rate loan, but maybe they don't want to mess around with all of the documentation and all, and maybe they don't have the time on their side. Loans are so sophisticated now because of the way the banking industry over-regulated itself yet again after the crash, and so they're more cautious. They're not lending to small business people, especially in real estate, especially in speculative real estate. If you're going to be, solely an investor, they want consistency over time. They're looking for that long-term, 30-year fixed rate person that's going to pay for at least 7 years before they sell. And so to come with somebody who I'm evaluating my return. So if you default, I'm going to make money no matter what. But why would I want to bet on you versus somebody else? And so I'm looking at the why, and I've got, okay, so now I've got this young kid who's not even legally old enough to take on contracts. They're voidable on one side. So, like you can perform, but you can't be required to perform. And so how does that protect somebody? And so that's awesome that you were able to find somebody that could see past all of that. And being a subprime lender, you get to look at the why, and you can factor that in as an intrinsic factor when you make those kind of decisions. So you're pretty lucky to get started like that.
Yeah, that's what I started with, was just wholesaling, selling to those people that rehab.